Good morning, students. Welcome to the geography class. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter number 4, Air Around Us. We have already studied about air in the previous classes. We all know that all living beings on this earth depend upon the air for their survival. It provides us the air that we breathe, and it protects us from the harmful effects of the sun rays. Without the blanket of air, we would be baked alive by the heat of the sun during the day, and maybe we got frozen during night. So it is just because of the air that we are living safely on the earth. Imagine your life on the moon where there is no atmosphere. The daytime temperature of the moon is extremely hot. It could bake you, and the night time is such a frozen that you can't even live. So we are so thankful to the God that He has made air on the earth which make us live happily over here. So let's start today's topic, air. Learning outcomes. Students, after the completion of this topic, you will be able to learn: name the main gases of atmosphere and enlist their importance. Secondly, explain the causes and prevention measures of global warming. And write the sources of pollutants in the air. And state the ill effects of these air pollutants. So these are the learning outcomes that you will be listening very carefully throughout the video. Before starting today's topic, it's very important to clear what is air. We are studying about atmosphere, so it is important to know about air. So, air refers to the Earth's atmosphere. Air is a mixture of many gases and dust particles. It is clear gas in which living things live and breathe. It has an indefinite shape and volume. It has mass and weight because it is matter. The weight of air creates atmospheric pressure. There is no air in outer space. So students, with this you know that air is a mixture of gases. It is a very nice clear gas in which we all can easily breathe. And it does not have any definite shape or volume, but it has a weight, it has a mass, right? And it is a matter. You study this in chemistry that gas is a matter. We have three types of matter: solid, liquid, gas. So gas is a matter. So the weight of air is atmospheric pressure. And when we go out in the space, it is no air there. So it is the earth only which is having air. Do you know that the air we take in while breathing is actually a mixture of many gases? Yes, you can see in the diagram also. Nitrogen and oxygen are the two gases which make up the bulk of the atmosphere. 78% is nitrogen and oxygen is 21%. Carbon dioxide, helium, ozone, argon, and many other gases are in very less quantity. Apart from these gases, tiny dust particles are also present in the air. The air we breathe is mixture of all these things. So let's study all the gases in detail. Nitrogen. Air contains 78% of nitrogen. Nitrogen is the most plentiful gas in the air. When we inhale, we take some amount of nitrogen into our lungs and exhale it. But plants need nitrogen for their survival. They cannot take nitrogen directly from the air. Bacteria that live in the soil and roots of some plants take nitrogen from the air and change its form so that plants can use it. So it is helpful in the growth of plants. It dilutes oxygen and prevent rapid burning. So you'll be learning all these 3 points, that nitrogen is very useful for us and it is our learning outcome also. Oxygen. Oxygen is the second most plentiful gas in the air. Humans and animals take oxygen from the air as they breathe. Green plants produce oxygen during photosynthesis. In this way, oxygen content in the air remains constant. If we cut trees, then this balance gets disturbed. So we should not cut trees and grow more trees. So you will be learning the 3 features of the oxygen gas as it is our learning outcome also. Let's revise. Air contains 21% of oxygen. It's known as life supporting gas. And oxygen in air supports burning. Carbon dioxide. It is the another important gas of our atmosphere. Air contains about 0.03% of carbon dioxide. Human beings and animals take oxygen in and give out carbon dioxide during respiration. But plants take this carbon dioxide for making their food during the process of photosynthesis. So with this we can say that it maintains the life cycle of plants over the earth. So it helps in maintaining the ecological balance. Even the carbon dioxide is produced during the burning. For example, we burn the fuels like coal, oil, for example, petroleum, diesel, kerosene, etc. Students, you should remember this thing, that carbon dioxide is also known as a greenhouse gas, as it traps the heat radiated from the earth. You can say the carbon dioxide absorbs the heat of the sun and warms up the lower atmosphere of the earth where we live. Without it, the earth would have been too cold to live in at night. So it is a greenhouse gas. However, when its level in the atmosphere increases due to air pollution, you can say created by factory smoke, car fumes, etc., the heat increases the temperature of the earth, and then it causes global warming. So increase of this carbon dioxide is life-threatening. You can say global warming is life-threatening. It is not supporting the life on the earth. As we can see, so many problems are rising due to global warming. You can see the rise in temperature causes the snow in the coldest part of the world to melt. Ice melt hoti hai. As a result, sea level rises, causes floods in the coastal areas. There are maybe drastic changes in the climatic of a place, leading to extinction of some plants and animals in long run. कई animals की life खतरे में पड़ सकती है due to change in climate, because they cannot adopt that climate change. So global warming is a life-threatening thing, and we need to stop it. We need to think about the ways how we can stop global warming. So how can we stop that? Simply we can say that we should not cut trees, we should grow more trees, we should stop polluting the environment like air pollution, water pollution, land pollution, noise pollution. We should reduce all these things, and that is why the earth can be saved from the global warming. Other gases. Atmosphere also has other gases like argon, helium, methane, etc. in small volume. So other than this, we have water vapor and dust particle as an important component of the atmosphere. You can see in the diagram also, and you will be drawing this diagram in your geography notebook. Water vapor. Wherever we have water, it is evaporated by the heat of the sun. You can see in the diagram, the water is evaporating from the ocean and the seas. Even it is evaporated from your clothes, from leaves, from all the vegetation cover. Wherever it is water, it is evaporated and it takes the form of a water vapor. It becomes gaseous. And air which contains the water vapor is different at different places. You can say the amount of water vapor varies from one place to another because of the weather condition. जहाँ पे गर्मी ज़्यादा होगी वहाँ पे rate of evaporation will be higher, and जहाँ गर्मी कम है, sunshine कम है, the rate of evaporation will be less. Now topic is sources of pollutants in the air. Beside the natural combination of gases, water vapor and dust particles, the atmosphere is continuously receiving man-made substances of both solid and gaseous nature, largely due to multiple human activities. हम बहुत से ऐसे काम करते हैं जिसकी वजह से सॉलिड और गैशियस दोनों तरीके का पोल्यूशन हमारी अर्थ पे क्रिएट हो रहा है. For example, automobile releases gaseous pollutants जैसे carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, lead particles. These are the particles which causes air pollution and which is really very harmful for our environment. Other is smog. You should remember smog. The smoke particles when combined with fog forms smog. जैसे आप सर्दियों में देखते हैं ना कि पोल्यूशन के लेवल में जब आपकी फॉग जो धुंध पड़ती है वो मिक्स हो जाती है तो वो स्मॉग बन जाती है और वो आपकी विजिबिलिटी को बहुत ज़्यादा रिड्यूस कर देती है. इसके अलावा वोल्केनिक इरप्शंस. Volcanic eruptions in some countries also add solid and gaseous substances in large quantity to the atmosphere. वोल्केनो से निकलने वाली गैसें और उससे निकलने वाली एशेज और स्मोक वो भी आपके एनवायरनमेंट को पोल्यूट करती है. एंड द लास्ट नॉट द लीस्ट, फॉरेस्ट फायर्स. वी हैव सीन that many forests caught fire and add pollutants in the atmosphere. So these are the causes of air pollution, and these are the things which are added in the air unnecessarily by human activities. Now let's see the ill effects of pollutants in the air. These causes irritation in eyes, skin diseases, you can say skin cancer, respiratory diseases, breathing problems are caused by the pollutants in the air. And we see all these air pollutants are added by human activities. So we should always try our level best to reduce all these activities and to try to control and save our environment. Now it's time for home assignment. Student, we have covered the topic, we have covered the gases present in the atmosphere, their importance. We have learnt the causes and prevention methods of global warming. We have learnt about the sources of pollutants in the air and their ill effects on our health. So here we have completed the topic, and you should be learning it from your book also. You'll be reading the book also. It's very important to read the book. You'll be reading page number 25, 26 and 27. As a home assignment, you'll be preparing a colored diagram showing the composition of the air in your geography notebook. Along with that, you'll be solving a Google form given in this PDF file. It is very important to assess your knowledge. Now you have to solve the Google form and you will be reading the book. You'll be reading the topic from the book to make sure that you have achieved all the learning outcomes. See you in the next video. Till then, thank you. Stay home, stay safe.